Okay guys, the next assignment I gave you was the guided practice, which was on page 104, and asked you to do numbers 1 through 7. Let me give you the answers first. Check your answers. If you got them all right, you don't have to watch the rest of the video, unless you just are curious to see how I did it. But if you're not, then you're good. Congratulations. So let me read the answers to you first, just in case you can't read my writing. Number 1, the answer is 3/20ths. Number 2, the answer is 4/5. Number 3 is 33/100ths. Number 4 is 30%. Number 5 is 15%. Number 6 is 40%. And number 7 is 70%. All right. Now, if you got them all right again, like I said, congratulations. If you only got a couple wrong, by all means, fast forward the video and see where you went wrong and see how to fix your problem. Okay? And if, like I said before, if you don't get it and you still don't get it after you're fixing the problem and trying to redo it, please ask questions during the meeting or in class when I see you again. Okay, number 1. Let me read the directions first before I do anything else. Write each percent as a fraction in simplest form. 15%. 15% is 15 per 100. All right. I can simplify by 5. Why? Because it ends in a 5, it ends in a 0. That means 5 is a factor. I can make 3 groups of 5. Again, how do I know I'm right? I can verify in my head. If I go backwards and multiply, 3 times 5 does give me 15. 20 times 5 does give me 100. So when you do your math, ask yourself, how do I know I'm right? Because mistakes do happen if you go too fast. You've seen me do it plenty of times. It happens. Okay? It's human. It's what we do. We make mistakes. All right, going on. Carrying on. 80%. 80 per 100. All right. You can divide by the GCF if you'd like, or if you know that they both end in 10, end in 0, you can divide by 10 and go from there. By the way, I believe the GCF would be 20, but let's just go with this. Okay? Even numbers, I can divide by 2. By the way, this isn't the only way to do it. You could always divide. Okay? You can... well, actually, no. Anyways, forget what I said. Carry on. Number 3. 33%. 33%. 33 per 100. 33 and 100 don't have any common factors. I mean, you can verify this for yourself if you don't believe me. But I'm thinking 33. I'm thinking if I add the digits 3 plus 3, it gives me 6. That's a multiple of 3. So 3 would be a factor of 33. But I can't think of any number, just to show you what I'm talking about, I can't think of any way to get an even number of groups if I divide by 3. It's like I'm saying I'll have 33 groups of 3, right? But I'll have 1 left over. I can't break up 100 into 3 groups evenly. And I can't break up 100 into groups of 3 evenly. So either way, I can't use 3, so this is no good. The answer is just 33/100ths. Okay? Right, now we go backwards. Write each fraction as a percent. Use a model if needed. All right, we have 3/10. Now, just for the sake of argument, I could divide the numerator by denominator. Do this. All right. I can't make groups of 3 from... I can't make groups of 10 from 3. So a decimal point and a 0. Now I have 30. How many groups of 10 can I make from 30? 3. Okay. That gives me 3/10. And it's in the name itself. 1 place value, 1 0. That's a 10 right there. But it's in the name itself. 3/10. 3/10. That's one way of doing it. Other way, like I said, by definition, we're looking for a percent. So we need a fraction with a denominator of 100 so we can get that percent. Again, what goes on here for the numerator will go in front of the percentage symbol. I can scale up by 10? By a factor of 10, excuse me. So I do the same thing to the top. 30 hundredths. 30%. And you know what? I just caught my mistake. You know what? See what happens? I went too fast. Basically, I ended with the same thing I started with. The goal was to change it to a fraction. I forgot what I was trying to do here. So let me just do this real fast. 3/10. You move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right. Add the percentage symbol right there. Add a 0. Voila. Same answer. I apologize for that. But see what happens? Even the best of us make mistakes. Don't go too fast. Keep your eye on the goal that you're trying to set here. The goal you're trying to achieve, excuse me. Number 5. We have 3/20. You know, maybe some of you have noticed this by now, but if the denominator is somehow a factor of 100, if it's a number you can use to make 100 and multiply by another number, the easiest thing to do is just to make equivalent fractions. That's just something I've noticed that works for me, but you do what you think you need to do that works best for you. Okay, if I'm noticing I'm kind of wasting time setting this up like this, you don't have to do this, but I want you to see where the numbers are coming from. Okay? 20 times 5, 3 times 5, 15%. And I'll use another page. We're almost done here, guys. Hang in there. You know, I could do this all, I could have done this all with Google Slides and all that stuff, but I like the feel of paper and pencil, or pen and paper. It's just, and I'm not an artist, but I like the feel of it. It's just, I don't know. So, that's just me. You'll never see me using fancy tools. And don't get me wrong, if you can do it and you like that, that's your thing, do it. I'm just a little old-fashioned, I guess, and there's some things I just won't change. Okay, I like the feel of paper and pencil. But anyways, I don't know why I talked about that, but let's keep going. Number 7 is a word problem. Elsa ran 7 out of 10 days. What percent of the days did she run? Okay. 7 out of 10. She ran 7 days out of 10 total days. Now it said use a model if necessary, if you can. But you know what? Let me do a model here, just for the sake of argument here. And I hope this works out. I'm using pen. I might use pencil to make this into 10. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh. That's not pretty at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, ideally, all the parts are supposed to be equal. I just want you to see what's going on. So I messed up my drawing. That's okay. This would be my 10 days total. Right? So the whole thing would be 100%. Okay? The whole thing, if you had the whole thing, it would be 100%. Now I know you're thinking, oh my God, he's highlighting everything. Calm down. Calm down. I just want you to see something. If I had the whole thing, it would be 100%. But I don't have the whole thing. I only have 7 days. I only have part of the days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only have 7 days. So, of course, what I'm going to do there, make this weird orange deal here. 7 out of 10 days. Now, think of it this way. I have 10, the whole bar here, this whole thing that I drew is 10 spots. 10 goes into 100 10 times, right? So it'd be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. If I had the whole thing, I'd keep going to 100, right? But this is why you're going to see the answer right now. I want a percent. I want the denominator to be 100. To go from 10 to 100, I multiply by 10. And I do the same thing here. 70 per 100, 70%. And you can see it here, the visual. Okay? Remember, the idea of 100% is you have the whole thing. Now keep that in mind because it's going to come into play later when we do more advanced lessons. But 100% means you have the whole thing. Okay? And I'll highlight that there too. And I'll put this here. Means you have the whole thing. You did the whole thing, whatever it is you're measuring, but it's all. Excuse me. If you play video games and you see a health bar, and sometimes you'll see a percentage, 100% was you have your full health. Okay, so I don't know if that'll help you think about it, but that's what it is. All right, and that's it for this lesson, for guided practice anyways. I hope this made sense.